taking off like a Boeing. If the volume spikes, then it's time to trade. Mighty 90 setting up, it's time to get paid. Navigation trading on the mic, time to get focused. We don't need any indicator, hocus pocus. It's all about the price, just watch it move. Manage your risks so you don't lose. First hour of trading is all we need. Focus on the patience and forget about greed.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to today's day trading live stream. Today's Tuesday, February 24th. S&P futures pretty flat, down 2 points. NASDAQ up 64. Russell down 1. Dow up 48. Gold down almost 2%. Silver down a third. Notes and bonds and yields pretty flat. Oil up 0.5%. Natural gas down 1.5%. Soybeans, wheat, and corn all within plus or minus 0.25%. Euro and the pound tiny red, and Bitcoin down almost 2.5%. Bitcoin at 63,000. VIX is up, even with the S&P up earlier. The VIX was up. It's up 2%, 21.45 at the moment at the freeze. SPX looks like it'll have an expected range today of plus or minus about 46.5. With the VIX up a little bit, I will be doing my 1 DTE. Wait, am I going to do my 1 DTE? We've got NVIDIA tomorrow, but that's after the bell. We do have Trump speaking, doing the State of the Union tonight. I'm going to still do a 1 DTE. If the decay is pretty slow, I will potentially cut it early, but otherwise I'm going to do it. If it qualifies tomorrow, I wouldn't do it because of NVIDIA earnings, but today should be A-OK, assuming it stays in range. I didn't read the news, but AMD had a little pre-market pop. It's up 8%. Something came out in AMD right at 6 a.m. Central. It's kind of pulling back off of its highs, but it hit 227. It's already pulling back to 212. Okay, deal with Meta. Gotcha. Figured it had something to do with that. What's Meta doing? Meta is dropping, so the market likes the deal for AMD, not so much Meta. So AMD and SanDisk, TSM, MU. Some of those chip names are the strongest this morning. And then on the weak side, HIMS, OKLO, AVGO is taking a beating too. It's down 2.5%. Cryptos are down. Meta down. Everything else fairly flat. Opening bell incoming. Meta opening right near previous pre-market lows and now pushing lower. Be careful trading NVIDIA options just because the premiums are juiced with earnings tomorrow. MU is pushing. Intel is pushing. Crypto's dropping. Google dropping, Amazon dropping, Apple strong, Tesla strong. Tesla pushing up above pre-market highs. I'm going to load up some calls in MU. I would trade the 435 calls. 3 DTE. AVGO, super weak. S&P, NASDAQ coming down. There's my 1 DTE. MU holding right at previous day high. PLTR pushing below pre-market lows. SMCI weak. Apple pushing. Tesla back in the red. Nvidia down to previous day low. Microsoft down below previous day lows. Meta continuing weakness. Google weakness. Amazon weak. NASDAQ just went red. IWM bouncing. Apple's push right now, it's pushing right into these lows from back on February 9th. I hate Apple anyway, so probably won't trade it. Amazon coming down hard. All right, Tesla, I'm going to load up some calls in Tesla. It's showing a little something today early. I'd trade the 1 DTEs in Tesla, and I would use the 405s. Tesla pushed above pre-market highs here, overnight highs. IWM tried to go green, getting pushed back down. S&P down to previous day low. I'm watching Tesla 405 calls here. Tesla kind of hovering above pre-market highs, overnight highs. AMD kind of still trailing down. MU, big rejection after it popped early. Netflix is bouncing aggressively. Apple rejected that 272 level. Tesla rejecting now. Bitcoin trying to bounce. Crypto's little bounce. All right, still watching Tesla here. Trying to stay green. Don't have any 9 a.m. Central News reports. Oh, I take that back. Consumer Confidence and Richmond Manufacturing Index, but they're orange folder. Sometimes consumer confidence can cause a little shake. All right, Tesla popping back up. I'm going to take Tesla. 405 calls. Filled at 319. Take some off at 375. They can make another little push. Apple's little dip getting bought up as well. See if Tesla can hold its strength against the weak market. S&P, NASDAQ bouncing now. Russell acting the strongest. Softy pushing up to pre-market highs. Tesla getting close to my profit target. It touched it. It touched 375, did not fill. Should be filling now. How did that not fill? How did that not fill? How is it still not filling? Huh. Wow. That was... There we go, 375. Partial fill. Still hasn't filled at all. There it is. Filled. Sheesh. Come on, Tezzy. Those options are not moving compared to the price, it looks like. Apple push new highs. S&P trying to go green. NASDAQ back in the green. Russell is pushing hard. Amazon, big bounce back in the green. Or back at unchanged. Tesla kind of stalling out. Tesla back to that level where I got in. PLTR, nice flush and pop. Tesla not showing, I'm not going to add to Tesla because it's not showing relative strength anymore. Things are flying and Tesla's stalling. I'll hold what I've got, but hit my first profit target. I'm basically break even on the others. Softy's making a move. Everything pretty solid bounce here, except for AMD, which had that big pre-market pop. It is still kind of trailing lower. But a lot of things are popping. Tesla just kind of stalled with everything else raging.
Order filled. Order partially filled. Order filled.
Apple's still moving. Anybody get an Apple? Does anyone trade Apple? All right, good job, guys. Scooby's in. Jonathan W's in. See, what it's doing right now is it's sucking me back in. It's saying, look, I will move with relative strength. And then when I trade it next time, it'll just show relative strength and it'll stop. It's an issue. It's my issue. I don't want to put my Apple issues on you guys. So good job. Tesla trying to make its way back up to highs. Man, this market is pumping, baby. What's going on? Is there anything? Trump Daddy talking? What's going on? All right, Tesla's ready to join in the fun, it looks like. I'm going to take some more off at 405 in Tesla. If it can make another pop. MU, nice bounce. Cryptos are bouncing. Banks are bouncing. This is an all asset bounce, boys and girls. Silver's bouncing. Microsoft, nice little dip and pop back up. Bitcoin's still bouncing, but some of the cryptos are starting to reject, along with the banks. S&P and NASDAQ now above pre-market highs, overnight highs. IWM still the strongest. Man, what a rip. What a rip. Tesla still kind of just holding near highs, not really extending much. All right, seeing a little pullback in the indices, S&P back to that overnight high level. Tesla new highs. There's a nice push. I've got my profit target at 405 on Tesla to take some more off. That next level up I have on, there's 405 in Tesla. So this next green line I have marked right above 404 on Tesla is based on my that's that what's the date there? The 219 lows is where I have, so I want to be out of the majority of mine there, and then I'll just let some runners see if it can break through. MU rejecting previous day high again. So I think I've got two left here. 3 left.
Order cancelled. Order filled. Order filled.
So I'll take some more off at 430. I've got 3 left. I'll take 2 more off at 430 if it can continue pushing. S&P pulling right back to that level. Same with NASDAQ. Apple's still strong. You guys still in Apple? Scooby, Jonathan, you guys still holding any Apple? Jonathan out. Scooby's got a few. Scooby-Dooby-Doo got a few. Microsoft, big rejection. Meta, big rejection. Google's still weak. It had a little bounce, but very weak compared to everything else. Microsoft pulled back to that overnight high level. Microsoft, I would trade 1 DTE. I would trade the 387.5s in Microsoft. $387.5 calls, 1 DTE in Microsoft if I take it. Getting a little weakness, getting a little pullback in everything now. MU, big rejection. Tezzy holding well. Netflix also pulling back to kind of that overnight pre-market high level. All right, Tesla's kind of pulling back. I don't want to give much back here. If this market's going to kind of turn around, I am watching Microsoft to see if we get any kind of a reaction. If the resumption of this uptrend continues. Meta giving it up. AMD starting to bounce. All right, Tesla, I'm going to be getting ready to cut if it doesn't bounce here. Need to see the indices rebound here. All right, Tesla's dip getting bought up a little bit. S&P, NASDAQ, and Russell all coming down. I like the strength there, Tezzy. Tezzy's trying to make a new run to highs while the S&P and NASDAQ are still dipping. Nope, getting pulled back down now. All right, Tesla's resilient here. Now we got the S&P and NASDAQ popping a little bit. Getting bought up. Microsoft not holding. Netflix not holding. Meta's going back towards lows. Amazon still pulling back. AMD is continuing a little bit of a bounce during this sell-off. Tesla trying to make new highs. Tesla wants to rip, but the market's holding it back.
Order partially filled. Order filled.
I'm on the Tesla train. I can't wait to get my Optimus robot, Watson. All right, Tesla kind of pulling back again. Just chop. S&P, NASDAQ still pulling back. Couldn't hold their overnight high levels. PLTR really giving it up now. Apple still holding. Netflix back to unchanged. Microsoft giving it up. Google popped up to previous day low, a nice rejection. It was staying weak. It bounced a little bit, but was staying much weaker than everything else. That could have been a good potential short if you wanted to get short something. All right, Tesla. I'm going to go ahead and cut the rest of my Tesla. Filled at 334. All right, so hit 2 profit targets. Banks weak again. Bank of America down 3%, Goldman's down the least, and then JP Morgan's down 2%. SMH is holding up really well. I don't know what chips are holding up SMH, but I mean, all these chip stocks are kind of, well, I guess AMD. MU's still a little bit green, so is Intel, but definitely some weakness. But SMH is still holding near yesterday's highs. I'm watching IWM off of this 262-ish level. I would trade the 1 DTE calls, the 263 strike in IWM. S&P trying to stay green. Yeah, I took TSM off my board because the options were just garbage there for a while. What are they looking like? I mean, they look good, but, well, yeah, I mean, they look decent. But I just, whenever I would trade them, they just wouldn't move very good, and it was hard getting filled in and out. I'm watching IWM. 263 calls, 1 DTE. I want to see some buyers. I want to see the buyers take control again. All right, watching IWM. All right, I'm taking IWM. Filled at 145. All the indices bouncing a little bit here. Apple's now just kind of chopping sideways. Nvidia's starting to get some legs. IWM not getting any follow through, pulling back a little bit. Tesla's little dip starting to get bought up some. Microsoft's sell-off is pretty decent bounce. Amazon staying green. I'm going to put a profit target at $1.60 in IWM, just below highs of day. Seeing some strength come in across the board, most things. Amazon all the way back up to almost highs of day. Tesla making its way back up towards highs. Bitcoin's push got rejected at previous day low. IWM didn't quite get high enough on that little bounce. Just kind of chopping. Little pullback. Just needed to get a little higher to hit my first profit target there. Didn't make it. Google back down to lows of day. Apple having its biggest pullback of the day. Tesla just still kind of chopping under highs. My 1DTE that I put on at the open's up about 4%, looks like. That pullback definitely helped that. IWM trying to make its way back up. Bitcoin trying to bounce back up. S&P, NASDAQ just chopping. IWM wants it. Go get it. If you want it, go get it. I'm basically sitting right here where I got in as far as the price of the options go. Just need a little pop. Just a little high of day. A little high a day never hurt anybody. IBM. I am not in IBM. A little bounce today after that big sell-off. Are you in IBM? Oh, yeah, IWM, sorry. All right, IWM trying to get me profit target at 160. It's close. Getting closer. Warmer. Getting warmer. Warmer. You know that game Hot Cold that you used to play when you were a kid? Warmer. Warmer. Hot. Filled. All right, I'll be back in 1 minute. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm on the mushroom coffee today. Had to reheat some water. IWM is still doing good, being a good little boy. I have got 12 left. I did 30, took off 18. I'll take off another 10 at 180. NASDAQ, S&P trying to make its way up to highs of day. Hood just went green. MSTR circle green. Coin still down 2%. Oh, yeah, Tezzy. Tezzy went Tezzy again. Amazon through highs. See, now this is what usually happens with Apple with me. Relative strength, relative strength, relative strength. And then as soon as I got in, it would do this, what it's doing now. Now it had that nice push, so. Didn't do it initially, but this is usually about when I would get in. Market's ripping and Apple just stalls out. So I just don't trade it. That's what I do. There are plenty of other fish in the sea. You know, I don't have to trade everything. It's like Watson doesn't trade MSTR, or he kind of does secretly every once in a while. All right, here comes IWM. Warmer. Getting warmer. You're in MSTR today. Oh, that's great. And I guess you're short. I guess you're saying you're short. IWM touching my order. Filled 180. Nice little pop here coming in IWM. So I'm at a most here. I've just got a couple runners. Got a lot of room up to previous day high here. If that's where she wants to go. Both in IWM, SPY, and QQQ. All right, I'm going to wrap the stream. Got a winner in Tesla, winner in IWM. Wow, Tesla's still ripping. Definitely a lot of adding opportunities in Tesla. If you were so inclined to think it would continue to be strong, which it is. I just took my one trade, hit a couple profit targets, and was out, but anybody else still in Tesla? Scooby, my man, holding strong. I like it. Look at that thing go. It's a moving. All right, all. I'm going to wrap the stream here. I'll finish up my IWM. I've just got 2 lots left. Just going to let it run a little bit. See if we can't get close to that previous day high. And otherwise, I'll see everyone in Power Hour. Have a great Tuesday. Talk to you soon.